Hello and welcome to the Riverhawk Talk. This is now episode 4, 5? Which
Four.
one is
It's
this?
four.
4, right. All right. Ava, would you like to introduce everyone who's going to be in this episode?
Thank you, Gabe. I would love to introduce everyone who's going to be in this episode. We have our host, Gabe. We have me. We have Anne. We have Diego. He's back, our special guest. Zaid. We have Isabella. We have Capiche. We have Ella. And we have Nico and Daniel. And, of course, Mr. Polito.
All right. So for this podcast, we, as a bit of backstory here, we have a long list of topics that we kind of just pick from for every episode. And as soon as this idea was pitched, like as soon as the idea of a podcast came into our brains, Ava immediately said, "I'm going to talk about apples in one of these episodes."
Mm-hmm.
And she
That did, in fact,
has
happen.
sworn up and down that at some point she would have a presentation about apples that she would give on the podcast. And she's about to do it.
This is beautiful.
All right. I have speaker notes so I don't get off topic and just talk about apples that aren't important. All right? Okay.
You put too much work into this.
Maybe.
No,
Let me just make sure I can advance. Can I advance? Yes, I can. Okay. Sorry. You just got a little spoiler there. All right. You guys ready?
No.
Yes.
Totally ready.
I will never be.
So, a long time ago, right? I'm not sure when, but like before today, there was like only one apple that people like had in stores, and it was really gross. It was called Red Delicious, but it wasn't that delicious. Red Delicious, more like Red Bad, because it's gross. Okay, so it was actually like in the 1960s, but like whatever. See, they're sad because their apples aren't good. Okay, so then this one day, there's this guy named David Bedford who really, really didn't like apples until he like tried an apple that wasn't Red Delicious. It was like a different kind from Michigan, and he was like, "Wow, this is actually kind of good." So then he became an apple breeder, and he tried a ton of different apples, and he grew a ton of apples until he found the perfect apple. This apple is the Honeycrisp apple. It is the perfect apple. So, here's some Honeycrisp apple facts. Best apple, and it's crunchy. So, there's more. There's more. Just wait. Here is the second place apple. The Gala Apple. It's pretty good, but like, it's no Honeycrisp, all right? It's second place. This is the kind of apple that I would eat before I discovered Honeycrisp apples to be best. All right, here's Mystery Apple. Third place Mystery Apple. Anyone want to guess what the third place is?
I didn't.
Golden
I don't know.
Delicious.
I don't really know.
Golden
the
Delicious.
different types of apples.
No, it is Apple product.
Ah, yes.
That's bad.
I'm using an Apple product right now.
Windows is superior, and Apple slows down their old products
Yes.
when they release it.
Yes.
I
Yes.
updated my phone and it doesn't work now.
Here's a summary.
The Apple.
Third place is Apple products. Second place is the Gala Apple. And first place, as you can see, there's a crown. First place is Honeycrisp.
You're missing a few
Any questions?
Yes.
Yes, go ahead. I know everything.
What? How long did it take you to do extra drawings on this?
I went into MS Paint. It took me a while because I forgot how to get like smart, or I forgot how to do some of the things in MS Paint. But it took me about like a minute for each drawing.
Would have been faster on an Apple product.
Oh.
You know what? I think it would have been significantly slower if I had done this from my phone. So
Ava, I have a
There's
question.
called
That
markup.
would be much
It's kind of
easier
good.
on a Surface. I have a Surface and it's
all right, Ella, what's your question?
How did you learn about the Apple knowledge that you have?
Yes. So, as you can see, so here's what happened is I was watching this NPR video that my math teacher had assigned us to watch, right? And
Yeah.
then I got a ton of NPR videos in my school recommend because that was my school account. So then I went down a hole of watching NPR videos because they were very interesting to me and I didn't want to do math. So then I watched one about apples and like I was like, whoa.
Okay.
I have a
That's
question.
very interesting.
I have a
Please, what's your
question.
question?
What about the Granny Smith apple?
Granny Smith apple. I have had like sliced Granny Smith apples. Oh, I forgot to add this one slide that I was going to talk about why sliced apples are better than whole apples.
Yes.
Okay,
this
yes,
is true.
yes.
We agree.
I don't.
Okay, then I didn't even need to talk about it because everyone just knows it. Granny Smith apples are good. I don't think I've ever like went to the grocery store and intentionally bought a Granny Smith apple. I think I've like had one like because like someone had it and they were like here, and I was like okay.
Do you have an opinion on caramel apples?
Caramel apples, caramel, not caramel. Caramel.
Okay. No.
All right, caramel apples are great. I think they're really great, but I couldn't have them for like 2 years while I had braces, and I was so sad.
Have you tried one today?
I have had one recently, semi-recently.
Do you think
was great.
Do you think the ones that they do at like the carnivals, like the huge ones that like completely dip, do you think those are good, or do you think the ones that are sliced and then you dip the apple in them?
Carnival hits different. I'm telling you, it's the best.
It does.
Also,
The carbs.
at a
It's
carnival,
the carbs.
one day at a carnival, I swear I will try a deep fried Twinkie.
What about deep fried cheese?
That
Okay.
sounds well.
I can
That sounds
speak here
gross.
because I'm from the Midwest. So when we have our state fairs, there is not a single thing healthy within a 10-mile radius, okay? I do believe I've had just about every kind of carnival or fair food you can think of. So I've had a deep fried Twinkie. Gonna
How
be
was it?
honest.
What?
Wasn't that good. I don't really like normal Twinkies. I'm gonna be honest.
We should make a whole presentation about that.
I'll do it.
Deep fried
You should.
cheese, I might be thinking of a different thing. I don't think I've had deep fried cheese, but I've had cheese curds.
I've had
And
cheese. Those
What
They're
are
about
amazing.
deep fried butter? Apparently that's pretty popular.
I've had that. It's horrific. You should never have it.
Oh god.
Also,
Good
deep
advice,
fried
I'll take
Oreos.
it.
They're
I
deep
like
fried
how-
I cringed
Oreos.
as soon
I like
as
Why
how-
is deep fried Oreos a thing?
I like how Gabriel raises his hand as if I think he's going to pivot, and he's like, no, we need to get back on the topic of apples. But then he just carries it into carnival food. I was impressed by that. That was unexpected, Gabriel.
Yeah, no. Deep fried Oreos.
Those
That's
are
the thing?
delicious. I had
What?
one. Oh my god.
They're not
would-
bad actually.
They're amazing.
Who would deep fry
Ava.
an Oreo though? Why?
Yes, they.
God, Daniel.
Why
it's
is
God.
caramel apples not in the top 3?
Just someone
I
was eating an
didn't
Oreo.
care
I was gonna put it
Caramel.
for third place, I was gonna put it for second place, but then I was like, nah. I was like, I'm gonna put Gala apples because I used to eat those apples. And then for third place, I was like, I have to diss Apple products. I have an Apple phone. I have to diss
Eva,
Apple.
your
Is it
camera,
caramel or
your
caramel?
camera is what was that again?
Mitosis.
You have an iPhone 11, and then me here don't even have a phone.
I had a
Yeah.
6
Yeah.
That 7 with that Gucci
Well,
bear.
at this point, you should be glad that you don't have an Apple phone.
Hey, don't worry, I'm getting an
You
XR. on the
slowed down
side.
my old one. That's why. That's
Okay,
I remember,
we just want to remember that we do have an audience, and that they are wanting to, they want to enjoy some high quality content here. Ava, that
Apples
slideshow
was high
was
quality.
absolutely high quality content. Before we get too wrapped up in our conversation that's kind of going all over the place, Gabriel or Ava, as the host and the co-host, do we have any other topics that we're exploring today? What else are we talking about besides what we've been talking about?
I mean, we could pick another topic, or we could just keep going on carnival food and technology. I can go either way.
Nintendo
Well,
Switch.
All right. Well,
Switch
so
good.
since we're on the topic of food, and since we're gonna make this episode a little bit shorter, maybe about 5 more minutes, and since we're trying to kind of bring it back to what's relevant and current, I know that we have been we've all been sequestered in our own individual homes. So is there any really good like takeout food, any stuff that your family has brought back, what's the best takeout food you've experienced during our last few days of being confined to our homes?
Orange
Taco Bell's a
juice.
lifesaver. Taco Bell saved lives. Okay.
Orange
go to-
juice
Not
is my
really.
god.
No, when you go to Taco Bell, the thing is, you go there and think, I'm gonna get taco, chalupa, maybe bean burrito, you know? You leave with like 3 bags. Because when you go to Taco Bell, you don't just order what you came for, you order a lot more.
Because
So-
$1 menu.
Yeah, so now
Oh,
you can actually
blast.
do that and not feel bad about yourself because you're on quarantine anyway. So you just
I
take it and
dare
put
all
it
of
in
you
your-
guys to
can
go to
second
your
that
local
opinion.
McDonald's and ask for a Mick everything.
I'd like a
Can I have
McMenu,
chicken
please.
McNugget?
No, Mick everything is basically their entire menu. So
Is
Yeah.
it all squished into like a burger or something?
no,
Let's-
it's their entire menu. It's every single thing.
Well,
A demonstration of squishing everything into a burger.
Zaid, I don't
It's-
even know how you arrived at that conclusion. I don't know how they cram their
I
pancakes.
searched it
into a
up. It's
burger.
actually on the web.
Okay,
Hi.
so I'm going to give a couple of shout outs. Both of you have mentioned big corporate chains, which I'm sure will be fine once this is all over. But I do want to encourage people to support local businesses. We just got Topper's Pizza for lunch today. And then a couple nights ago, we got Rattler's Barbecue. So I'm going to give a shout out to a couple of local places here in Santa Clarita, Topper's Pizza and Rattler's Barbecue. Any other local places
I'd
that
like
you've
to
had a
comment
chance to enjoy?
on, I don't think it's a chain, but I don't know if it's local. My mom's birthday was yesterday. So what she wanted for her dinner was Greek food. So we got takeout from Gyromania, right?
They
I
have
think they were doing
The
fine,
best
but
Greek
I don't know if
donuts
it's a chain.
ever.
Is that the one across from the Home Depot over on my side of town?
No, it's the
Is
other
that the
one.
one? Is that Ava? Is that the one? Are you like driving toward Canyon Country, or is there a
I'm
different?
not sure. I've never
Euromania?
actually been to it.
I
Okay.
have.
I think I've
It's-
driven by it, but I've only had their
It's-
food like twice.
It's close to Costco. It's very close to Costco.
I thought it was really good. All their food was like really good. We recently got New Moon Takeout because we love that place and they're really good. They're a really good Chinese food restaurant, and it was really great.
Noted.
Cool. I'm showing 2 Euromanias. There's the one that
think they're-
is across from the Home Depot, like I was talking about, Soledad Canyon Road. Apparently, there's another one over on the old road in Stevenson Ranch as well. Also, going to give a shout out to Obella. So, Mr. Hahn, who's my student teacher, his family owns Obella. They have amazing paninis. If you're a panini fan, they do crepes and they also do gelato. So it's right down here in Canyon Country, right close to my house. It's in the Vallarta Shopping Center on the corner of Sierra Highway and Soledad Canyon Road. So if you want to have delicious food, you can call and order it in advance. Obella, and right here in Canyon Country.
How do you spell that?
2 words, O-H, and then the second word is Bella, B-E-L-L-A. Obella.
Do you think they could deliver to Washington?
That's they might ship, but it won't be as fresh and delicious as it was.
It
when
might
they put
take
in
a little
package.
longer
Yeah.
than usual.
I would like to clarify that the reason I was asking for the spelling is because I wasn't sure if you were saying "ol" as in O-L or O as in O-H. It's not just because I don't know how to spell O.
No, that makes sense. Well, and that sometimes the audio quality here on these Zoom calls, sometimes you gotta listen to it one more time. Oh, Bella.
Oh, Bella. I'll look
I
into
had none takeout food.
Have you guys
Still
all
thinking
ever
of
had
filing a bunch of
Golden
weird
Spoon?
articles to
You
bust
guys
out.
like
Oh
gotta
yeah,
have
Golden Spoon's
that.
great.
it.
That
Right
is
there.
just the lit right there,
Got rid of my
And if you
favorite
want
flavor.
some sushi, I actually got into sushi from this place called Baby Tuna. It's pretty good.
Baby Tuna is the best sushi place here.
Oh no.
Baby Tuna is the best sushi place here.
Oh,
Yes.
No.
I
Okay, well.
don't go to any restaurants ever. I don't know.
Apparently, people say that sushi
I'm
song
struggling.
is better. Apparently, people
No.
say that's better. But I prefer Baby Tuna.
Are we talking about food again?
Yes.
Why wouldn't we? Yes.
Welcome.
That's all this podcast has been about. Food.
Food.
Got a point there.
All right, Gabriel and Ava, are there any final thoughts, any final words you want to share before we wrap this thing up?
On the topic of food, no.
I'd like to shout out my teachers because they've been doing a really good job. My science teacher, I didn't have to join the Zoom thing because I didn't have questions on the assignment, I don't think. but she hosted a Zoom call. I'm pretty sure it went really well, I'd assume. But I'd like to shout out all my teachers because they're doing a really good job, and especially my English teacher because Miss Schneider's doing great, and she told me to. She helped me reformat my essay because sometimes with the handouts that they give you, they don't reformat them before putting them in Google Docs. So then there's all these spaces and it's weird, and all you have to do is do clear formatting. But then my essay was narrative was only a page long, so it wasn't too long. It was great.
Cool. Ava, thank you for giving a positive shout out to the Team Nile teachers there. Okay, Gabriel, Ava, anything else before we call it a day?
Anyone else have anything else?
Thanks for watching. This was a podcast that we plan on continuing. And if you are interested in being on this podcast, my email address will be in the description. So just email that with the name or name the email something like on podcast ? And I'll know what it is, and I'll put your name on a list. And then at some point, I don't know when, we'll announce on the podcast how you can actually be on the next episode. So that'll be good.
Cool. Well, thanks everybody. And then Gabriel, when's our next podcast? So this one will be up later tonight.
Yep.
And then well, obviously people are seeing, if they see it, then they know that it's posted. When will they be able to see the next one, and what's our schedule?
New podcasts every Monday and Wednesday, and Fridays are special segment only shows. So feel free to watch those if you'd like.
Cool. Thanks everyone.
Thank you.
Been good. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Hello.
Bye.